takes me by the hand. I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Some may have the riches, some may have the worldly fame. Yeah. As long as I have you, I treasure each and every day. Just take me by the hand. I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? in overdrive. He's been up and down this road so many times. The man of his heart, such him just keeps it moving. Only the loud can take the rebel in himself. It's the rhythm of the highway as it rolls on by. The city lights gonna be wiping your weeping eyes. When I say now, listen, I bought you a brand new Mustang.
True.
A 1965. Now you come around, signify, woman, that you're gonna let me ride. Mustang Sally now, baby. Turkey, from the ocean to the Silver City, and it's only other vets could understand about the long forgotten Parkside guarantees. How there were no V-Day heroes in 1973. How we said in a Sydney harbor, saw no friend but a good kisser. She was lying and I was home to a lucky land. She was like so many more from that time on. Lives were all so empty till we found their chosen one. And their legs were often open, but their minds were always closed, and their hearts were held in fast suburban chains. And the legal paths were here, I was on payback slave. Metallic riders clattered where the gunships once had been. Car parks make me jumpy, and I never stopped the dreams of the growing need for speed and overcame. So I worked across the country from end to end, tried to find a place to settle down where my mixed up life would mend. I held a job on an honorary, flying choppers when I could, but the nightlife nearly drove me round the bend. And I've traveled
Early in the evening, just about supper time, over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. 4 kids on the corner, trying to bring him up. Willie picks a tune out and he blows it on the hum. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. Rooster hits the white road, people just gotta smile. Lucas bumps a duck face, hair solos for a while. Oh boy twangs the rhythm out on his Kalamazoo, and Willie goes into a dance, doubles on the zoo. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. You don't need a penny just to hang around, but if you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the corner, there's a happy door. People come from all around to watch the magic pour. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bringing it up happy feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing.
Nature looked around her garden and found an empty place. She then looked down upon the earth and saw your tired face. She put her arms around you and lifted you to rest. Her garden must be beautiful. She always takes the best. She knew that you would never get well on earth again. She saw the road was getting rough and the hills were hard to climb. So she closed your weary eyelids and whispered, "Peace be thine." It broke our hearts to lose you, but you didn't go alone, for part of us went with you the day that you were called home. On behalf of those who love Pam, I warmly welcome you as we gather to say goodbye, to celebrate and to honour her life. My name is Delma Carpenter, a funeral celebrant, and along with Adrian and his colleagues from Parkside Funerals, we feel privileged to have been asked to conduct this service for you. Please, if you haven't done so already, now is a great time for you to turn your mobile phones onto silent or off, thank you. 2017 was the year that Pam was diagnosed with breast cancer and went on to have daily radiation therapy. This was not an easy journey for Pam, but she was strong and brave and tolerated the treatment. Up and ready to go every morning, wanting to know who was going to take her so she could be back in time for the whatever social activities were planned for the day. In September last year, the cancer returned and sadly Pam lost her battle, passing away on Monday of this week. There's no real preparation for losing someone close to you, whether it strikes you suddenly or there is a long lead time. There's no difference. There's only here or gone. And while we think of Pam's passing with sadness and sorrow, we should also recall her life with respect and happiness, because nothing can take away the joy of life that she knew, nor the closeness that you shared. And nothing can take away your love for her and her love for you. This love can never be altered by time, circumstances, or even death. What has been the past with all its meaning is sacred and secure. An unknown author once said, "Those we love can never be more than a thought away, for as long as there's a memory, they live in our hearts to stay." So let's now take a glimpse at Pam's life. Pam was born in Victoria on the 3rd of July, 1966. At the age of 3, she was fostered to Ella and Jack Height in Burnie. Already having 5 children of their own, Anne, Rhonda, Tony, Paul and Stephen, they welcomed this happy little girl into their family. Pam enjoyed spending time at the beach, attending Sunday school with her mother, and went to Montello Primary and then Parklands High School. Her favourite subject at high school was horticulture, and this was just the beginning of her lifelong interest in plants and flowers. Pam thought it was wonderful having 5 older siblings and doted on them all. She loved her mum and dad, who set such a fine example for her. They taught her to have good manners and to think of others before herself. Pam would often say, "I'm extremely well-mannered," and she claimed to have the best manners in the house. Pam moved to Gippsland, Victoria with her partner, and in March of 1994 had a son, the love of her life, Justin. Returning home to Burnie, Pam lived independently with some support. She made friends with Emily and Marg, who became special people in her life. Feeling the cold, Pam didn't like the wet, wintry, windy days. She liked the sunshine and was so appreciative when Emily lovingly crocheted her a blanket to keep her warm. Life wasn't always easy for Pam. She faced many challenges, and it was her strength and her resilience that helped her get through the adversities that life put before her. Time moved on, and in September of 2013, Pam moved into a shared home in Wynyard, sharing with housemates Tracy, Rodney and Paula, and then later Peter. We know they're all missing Pam and are sad that she is no longer with them. Pam was a person who liked routine, with Friday being the highlight of her week. This was the day that she bought her magazines, Take 5 and TV Week, but most importantly, it was the day that Justin visited. She was always delighted to see him and loved spending time with him. Music was a big part of her life also. She liked listening to music by Creedence, John Fogerty, Barnsey and sometimes John Farnham. Then there were the weekly music days at Myella where Pam delighted in singing and playing her guitar. Whether it be the sheer size or the distinctive sound of the Harley-Davidson, Pam was a fan. And what a treat it was for her to have lunch at Richardson's Harley-Davidson in Launceston and sit on a Harley. Then there was the time at the Hobart Bike Show that she again got to sit on a Harley, and she asked the owners, did their valves need tuning? It was important to Pam that she go out every day, whether it be for coffee and cake, to the market, a nursery, the Emu Bay Rhodo Gardens to look at the flowers, or just a country drive. Whatever it was, it made Pam happy. She loved holidays, going to watch the footy in Melbourne, visiting Hobart for a sleepover and staying at the Ritz, as she called it, or camping down at Black River, going for walks, socialising and sitting around the campfire and drinking a coffee. In her younger years, she holidayed with her mum and dad in Sydney, and there was a time she stayed with her sister in Hobart and attended school while her parents were away. Wednesday for Pam was payday and the day that someone had to go to the bank and withdraw her cash. She knew what she liked and what she wanted, and it was important to her to always have cash in her purse. So how will Pam be remembered? She'll be remembered as a person who liked to look nice, regularly going to the hairdressers for a colour and a cut, and wearing her favourite boots that she referred to as her Blunstons. She was the one who didn't like cooking but loved to eat, her favourites being fish and chips, and I was told mashed gravy with thick gravy. Yes, with gravy. During the winter months, Pam enjoyed watching the football. While she didn't barrack for any particular team, she just loved watching the sport. She'll be remembered as an avid watcher of the chase and would answer many of the questions, complaining when she thought the commentator had the answer wrong. $1 Million Minutes was another show that she enjoyed. Pam suffered with highs and lows through her life, and at times it was not easy for her. There were times when she was strong-willed, stubborn, and said what she thought, which was mostly followed by a sorry. I'm sure Pam would want us to remember her happy nature, her thoughtfulness, her caring, her good manners, and appreciation for everything you did for her. She loved giving gifts to others and would become quite emotional at these times. The same emotion when you gave her a gift and she'd question, "How much do I owe you?" There were special times in Pam's life that she especially looked forward to. Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Day. These were the times she got to spend with Justin, the love of her life, as we said before. After a life of 54 years, Pam left our world, but not before leaving behind treasured memories with the ones who were privileged to have known her. We now have an opportunity for anybody who'd like to come forward and say a few words or share a memory with us of Pam.
Yes, thanks, Dilma. Some of this Dilma's probably already covered, but this has come from my heart, and what a journey we've had over the last few months. Pam came to us to Grace Avenue quite unwell. With time, and as all good support workers do, we soon got her well and a bit of weight back on her. Pam had a very good grasp of the English language, but some of her words are not found in any dictionary. Pam struggled with group living, and we all tried to help her deal with her living arrangements. Pam was polite, stubborn, strong-willed and opinionated. I'm sure most of us clashed with her more than once. As Pam became unwell, she did mellow a bit. Occasionally the old Pam would pop up, Don't tell me what to do. Quiet times with Pam over the last few weeks were very special, hard, traumatic and exhausting. A few days before Pam headed to hospital, after my shift, I went in and gave her a kiss on the forehead goodbye, in case she wasn't there when I came back. Pam unexpectedly said, "I loves you." I replied, "Loves you too." That's when my eyes started to leak. Don't you hate that? Pam did like me, but as most of you know, I do talk too much. Thank you, Pam, for letting us care for you in your final weeks. Pam has gone to ride with her bikies. Pam has been sent off being loved. Pam's illness healed and erased all the rough times we shared. Thank you for touching our lives, dear Pam. Now, this one's from Karen. To a special lady, you're now at peace, and I wish you a heavenly charge to a place where you can watch your footy and enjoy your cups of tea. I'd love to send you a piece of cake. Love, old Karen. Now, on behalf of all the staff at Grace Avenue and Tracy and Rodney and Peter, we'd really like to thank Northwest Res and particularly Ros for her support and guidance. I don't think we could have got there. We were a good team and we got there, and Pam went off knowing she was loved. And in the beginning that was hard to love her, but as she went and she mellowed, like I say, we cared, and everybody has a right to go off loved. But she will be missed. Okay, did you want to say anything, Peter? Okay, will you bring your thing? Don't fall off there. Thank you.
Most of the people here knew Pam much better than I did, but I did see her and call in at her home occasionally. It's interesting to listen to the other people talk about her nature, because I always found her very, very forthright, candidly honest, confidently speaking up, and she always spoke to me as an equal, which is the way she saw herself, which was always very encouraging. When I called in just after she'd been told about her coming challenge, and what a challenge it was, because it also included those responsibilities as a mother to Justin, she recounted her situation to me in a brave and straightforward manner. It was a lesson for how I might deal with such a predicament. It was a conversation that will stay in memory as an example of Pam's intrinsic value to all of us. We don't come into the world by accident. We come as teachers. We all have something to teach each other. For the people who travelled with her in her last journey in this life, memories will keep coming back, and she will continue to teach. She'll continue to gentle us and help hold us steady. I wish we could have told her this. I wish we could have had her understand this before she left, but it's never that easy. We can now, though, say goodbye and thank her for what she taught us and the growth we gained from the trust she placed in us. Goodbye, and thank you, Pam.
We've been hearing about Pam's life in words, so we're now going to see her life through the lens of a camera with an audio-visual presentation.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for I know you got to have your rest. She says, come lay beside me. I've been waiting since you left. She's sweet to me, must be the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? First time that I saw you, ooh, you took my breath away. Yeah, I might not get to heaven, but I walked with the angels that day. Takes me by the hand, I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Some may have the richer, some may have the worldly fame. Yeah. Long as I have you, I treasure each and every day. Just take me by the hand, I am the luckiest man alive. Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life? Did I tell you, baby, you are the joy of my life?
I'm sure if Pam were here, she would want to thank the following people for their care and support: the community health nurses, the palliative care team, the district nursing and the rapid response team. As a special thank you to her support team for their love and their wonderful care and support. A sincere thank you for your presence here today. It is greatly appreciated, and we wish to invite you to join with each other at Parkside for refreshments following the burial service. Very shortly we'll be taking Pam to her final resting place at the Burney Lawn Cemetery. If you're unable to come with us, you're most welcome to wait here at Parkside for everyone to return. Please stand if you are able.